Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins that can change the way you look at the spare change in your pocket. Today we are diving deep into one of the most interesting coins in American numismatic history, the Liberty 1-cent coin, specifically the 1961D issue. Many people underestimate the power of this small copper cent, but believe me, this little piece of American currency carries an incredible story, amazing history, and in today's collector market it holds a surprising value that may shock you. Let's start with a bit of background. The Liberty 1 cent, often referred to by collectors as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. It was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure rather than the traditional allegorical liberty that had appeared on most previous designs. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin instantly became iconic and has remained in circulation for over a century. The 1961D penny is part of this long-running series, struck at the Denver Mint with the famous D mint mark right under the year. Now here's where things get truly exciting. The 1961D penny may look ordinary to many people. After all, billions were minted. However, collectors know that even common coins can hold hidden value depending on rarity, condition, mint errors, and current market demand. Today the 1961D Liberty 1 cent has been recorded in the coin market with a shocking value that reaches up to $779,334 in the highest conditions and rarest varieties. Yes, you heard it right, a small 1-cent coin worth nearly $800,000. This is not just pocket change, this is life-changing money. Why would a coin minted in such large numbers ever reach this kind of value? The answer lies in the details. Serious collectors search for the finest examples, especially those preserved in mint state with blazing red luster. If your coin has never circulated, shows no wear, and has been graded by professional services at the highest levels such as MS-67 or MS-68, then it becomes a true rarity. Add impossible die varieties, double dies, or minting errors and suddenly you have a coin that attracts fierce competition among collectors at auction houses. Let us talk about history for a moment. The early 1960s in America was a time of great change. President Kennedy was in the White House, the space race was heating up, and American culture was shifting rapidly. During this period, the United States Mint was still producing cents in a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. That means the 1961D penny is made of real copper, unlike modern cents which contain mostly zinc with just a thin copper coating. Copper coins have a unique look, feel, and even sound that modern collectors love. This connection to history makes holding a 1961D Liberty 1 cent like holding a piece of the American story. Now let's discuss the current market value more carefully. On average, circulated 1961D pennies are worth just a few cents. If you find one in your change, most likely it will not buy you more than a gumball. However, when we step into the world of uncirculated and certified coins, the picture changes dramatically. Mint state coins with bright original red surfaces are being bought and sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And when you climb to the top of the grading scale, where only a handful of examples exist in the world, the value skyrockets. That is where the $779,334 figure comes in, representing the highest possible market sale for this coin in pristine condition. Imagine turning over your old coin jar at home, finding a 1961D penny, and realizing it could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house. This is the magic of coin collecting. What looks ordinary can become extraordinary when seen through the eyes of history and rarity. Every coin tells a story and every collector is searching for that hidden gem. Collectors should always remember that value depends heavily on condition. A coin with scratches, discoloration, or heavy circulation will not achieve high prices. But a coin stored safely for decades, protected from the environment, can shine like the day it was struck. That is why professional grading and authentication are so important. When a coin is sealed in a holder by services such as PCGS or NGC, buyers gain confidence in its grade and authenticity, and the price reflects that trust. Another important aspect is demand. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the most popular in the world, collected by millions of people from beginners to advanced investors. That demand ensures that rare examples will always attract attention. The 1961D penny may not seem rare in quantity, but rarity in quality is the key. High-grade examples are scarce, and when two or more determined collectors compete at auction, prices can soar to astonishing levels. So, what can you do if you have a 1961D penny in your possession? First, examine it carefully. Look at the color, look for any signs of doubling in the date or mint mark, and consider the overall sharpness of the strike. If it looks uncirculated, you may want to have it professionally graded. Even if it does not reach record-breaking value, a gem example can still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, which is a huge return for a coin that started life as a single cent. In conclusion, the 1961D Liberty 1 cent is more than just a coin. It is a piece of American history, a reminder of the copper era, and a potential treasure waiting to be discovered. With a current market value that can reach an unbelievable $779,334 in the finest condition, this coin proves once again why the hobby of collecting is filled with surprises and opportunities. Never underestimate the power of small change, because inside those small coins lies the chance for big discoveries. Thank you for watching JF Coin, your trusted guide to the world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and fascinating history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1961 D Liberty 1 cent, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our future updates on coin values and hidden gems in your pocket change. Share this video with your friends and family, because who knows, maybe someone close to you has a fortune hiding in an old coin jar. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a story, and every story has value. Today's video is going to be an absolute treasure for all coin lovers, collectors, and even those who have just started their journey into the world of numismatics. Because today we are going to talk about one of the most talked about, fascinating, and surprisingly valuable coins in American coin history. Yes, we are talking about the Liberty 1 cent coin, specifically the 1968 D Mint Mark Edition. Now you may be wondering, why does a small copper 1 cent coin from 1968 carry so much attention? Why are collectors running after it? And most importantly, how can a coin that was once worth just a single penny be valued today at hundreds of thousands of dollars? So stay tuned till the very end, because this is going to blow your mind. Let us first go back in time. The Liberty 1 cent coin has always been a symbol of American history and culture. For decades, the 1 cent coin carried not just the face of Abraham Lincoln but also the spirit of the American people. In 1968, something very special happened at the Denver Mint. That year, the Denver Mint produced a large number of coins, but among them, only a very small fraction carried errors, special strikes, or unique characteristics that today make them stand out in the eyes of collectors. The 1968 D Liberty 1 cent coin was minted in copper and zinc, but with age, these coins developed beautiful natural toning and patina. Some of them turned chocolate brown, some gained a glossy red finish, and some even showed rainbow-like toning. But the real treasure lies in those extremely rare mint-error coins. These are the coins that were struck off-center, double-die errors, or had unusual stamping mistakes. For collectors, these errors are like gold mines because they represent uniqueness, rarity, and mystery. Now let us talk about the actual value. Normally, a regular circulated 1968 D 1 cent coin may only bring you a few cents to a couple of dollars if it is in average condition. But, if you are lucky enough to find one in uncirculated or mint state condition, the story completely changes. In the open market, such coins can fetch anywhere from a few $100s to several $1,000s depending on grading and condition, but here's where things get truly shocking. A perfect mint state coin, graded by professionals and kept in flawless condition, can skyrocket in value. According to the most recent market records, one particular 1968 D Liberty 1 cent coin sold for an unbelievable price of $779,333. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $800,000 for a single penny that once bought nothing more than a piece of candy. That is the magic of rare coins. Collectors from around the world are always on the lookout for such pieces. Auctions, coin shows, and private collectors' markets are filled with stories of people finding these coins in their old jars, piggy banks, or even family collections that were hidden away for decades. Imagine opening an old box in your grandfather's house and finding a shiny 1968 D penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is a life-changing discovery, and it has actually happened to many lucky people. The history behind this coin makes it even more attractive. The late 1960s was a time of change in America. From political movements to cultural revolutions, every small thing carried its own story. Coins minted during this period are not just metal pieces, they are time capsules. Owning a 1968 D Liberty 1 cent is like holding a piece of American history in your hand. So what should you do if you think you might have one of these coins? The first step is to carefully check your penny. Look for the D Mint mark under the year 1968. Then, examine the coin closely for errors, unusual markings, or sharpness of strike. If you believe your coin is special, the next step is to get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grading can change the entire value of your coin overnight. The coin market today is booming, and rare coins like the 1968 D Liberty 1 cent are in extremely high demand. Collectors are paying record-breaking prices, and with each auction, the value seems to go higher and higher. That is why now is the perfect time to look through your old coins, check your piggy banks, or even ask your family members if they have kept any coins from the 1960s. You never know, your fortune might be waiting in the form of a small copper penny. So to summarize, the Liberty 1 cent 1968 D coin is more than just a piece of currency. It is a collector's dream, a historical artifact, and a potential jackpot for anyone who owns one in rare condition. Its current market value is unbelievable, reaching as high as $779,333, making it one of the most desirable pennies in the world. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep learning about coins that are worth a fortune, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends. Who knows, maybe together we can help someone discover a hidden treasure in their own home. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update, because here at JF Coin we bring you the best coin stories, values, and market insights every single week. Thank you for watching, and always remember, a penny saved can truly be a penny worth thousands, or even millions. Stay curious, stay lucky, and I will see you in the next video right here on JF Coin. Today we are going to uncover one of the most fascinating coins of American history, the Liberty 1-cent coin with the 1976 D mint mark. This coin may look simple at first glance, but when we dive deep into its story, its history, and its present market value, you will be amazed at how something so small can carry such a huge price tag. Some collectors today are willing to pay up to $779,331 for a single piece, depending on its rarity, condition, and era variety. Yes, you heard that right, more than $779,000 for just 1 cent. Let us begin with the history. The Liberty cent is not just a coin, it is a piece of American culture and identity. The 1-cent coin has been part of U.S. currency since the late 1700s, but every design tells a different chapter of the nation's story. By the year 1976, America was celebrating its bicentennial. The spirit of freedom, liberty, and the 200-year anniversary of independence were alive in every part of the country. Coins struck during this period, especially those with the Denver mint mark known as the letter D, hold a special significance to collectors. That is why the 1976 D Liberty cent has captured the attention of numismatists all around the globe. Now let us talk about the design. On the front side, which we call the obverse, you see the bold profile of Abraham Lincoln, the president who preserved the Union during the Civil War. The word liberty is printed clearly, reminding every American of the value of freedom. The date 1976 is stamped to mark the year of minting, a year that represents 200 years of American independence. On the reverse side, you see the Lincoln Memorial, a monument dedicated to the same great leader, standing as a reminder of democracy and unity. What makes this coin so valuable is not just its age or design, but the condition it has survived in. Collectors use a grading system to judge the quality of a coin. The higher the grade, the shinier the surface, the fewer the scratches, the sharper the details, the more money it can bring in the market. A coin that has never been used, known as mint state, can bring an extraordinary price. Imagine finding a Liberty cent that still looks brand new after nearly 50 years. That is like holding history frozen in time, but there is more. Some 1976 D Liberty cents come with mint errors. These are rare mistakes that happened at the mint while striking the coin. A double die, an off-center strike, a missing letter, or a wrong planchet can make the value skyrocket. Collectors chase these errors because they are one of a kind, and rarity is the key to big money in the coin world. So what is the market value today? For an average circulated 1976 D Liberty cent, you might expect it to be worth only a few cents above its face value. But for uncirculated pieces in pristine condition, the price can jump into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And for the rarest, most flawless examples or unique error coins, we are talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some records show collectors paying as high as $779,331 for an extraordinary 1976 D Liberty cent. This is why the coin market is full of surprises. Now imagine, you are going through an old jar of pennies at home. Suddenly you pull out a 1976 D Liberty cent. At first you think it is just another penny, but after a closer look, you realize it has sharp details, bright luster, and maybe even an error. You take it to a professional grader, and they confirm you are holding a rare treasure. That single coin could change your life. This is the magic of coin collecting. Collectors all around the world are searching for the perfect Liberty cent, and the demand only grows with time. Every day more people discover the fascinating world of numismatics. Some see it as a hobby, some as an investment, and some as a journey back through history. The Liberty cent is proof that even the smallest coin carries a story worth telling. Here at JF Coin, we want you to look closely at your coins. Do not just spend them without thinking. Study them, learn their history, and maybe you too will find a hidden treasure in your pocket change. The next valuable Liberty cent might be waiting in your wallet right now. So remember, the Liberty 1-cent coin from 1976 D is more than just a penny. It is a piece of history, a collector's dream, and for the lucky few, a jackpot worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Check your coins carefully, because you never know when fortune might smile upon you. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this journey through history and value, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends. Stay tuned because we bring you more amazing stories about coins that are worth much more than you can ever imagine. This is JF Coin, turning pocket change into priceless treasure. Today we are going to dive into the fascinating world of the Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States. This is not just any coin, this is a piece of American history that holds secrets, beauty, and surprising value in the modern collector's market. If you have one of these coins lying in your drawer, you might be holding a fortune without even realizing it. So stay with me till the very end because you do not want to miss the facts, the hidden details, and the current value of these coins in today's market. Let us begin by stepping back into history. The Liberty 1-cent coin, also famously known as the Lincoln cent, first appeared in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. It was the very first time in United States history that the image of an actual historical figure appeared on a regular circulating coin. Before Lincoln, most American coins showed symbols like eagles, liberty caps, or allegorical figures of liberty. The change to Lincoln's portrait was revolutionary and marked a new era of American coinage. Collectors around the world adore these coins because they combine artistry, symbolism, and deep history. The famous sculptor Victor David Brenner designed the coin, and his initials VDB can still be found on the earliest issues. In fact, the 1909 SVDB penny is one of the most desired coins in the world and can sell for tens of thousands of dollars depending on its condition. But the story does not stop in 1909. Every single year since then, the Lincoln cent has been produced, and each year carries its own mysteries, varieties, and errors. Now let's fast forward to the year 1981. This is where things get very interesting for us today. The Liberty 1-cent coins of 1981 hold a special place in the market because of several reasons. First, they were among the last years that the coins were made primarily of copper. From 1909 until 1982, the Lincoln cents were struck mostly from 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. After 1982, the composition changed to a copper-plated zinc coin which feels lighter and does not carry the same richness. Collectors often prefer the pre-1982 coins because of their metallic content, their solid weight, and the fact that pure copper is itself a valuable metal. The 1981 cents can be found in two major varieties known as Type 1 and Type 2 proof coins. Type 1 has a bold letter style for the word liberty and the date, while Type 2 has a more delicate and refined style. Proof versions are extremely collectible and command higher prices, especially if preserved in brilliant condition. Even circulation strikes of 1981, if found in mint state grades, can fetch much more than face value. Now let us talk numbers. You might be shocked when I tell you the current market value of the Liberty 1 cent from 1981. While the average worn copper penny might only be worth a few cents for its copper content, the rare proof coins and mint state high-grade examples can soar into incredible values. Some examples have crossed hundreds of thousands of dollars in auction houses when the grade is near perfect. Right now the estimated market value can go as high as $779,328 for the rarest varieties in pristine condition. Yes, you heard that right. A simple-looking 1-cent coin that you might ignore in your pocket could actually be worth close to $800,000 if it carries the right traits and condition. So what makes a Liberty 1-cent coin so valuable today? It is a combination of rarity, condition, errors, and demand. Coins that were struck with mistakes like double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks can skyrocket in value. Collectors love imperfections because they make each coin unique. Add to this the natural scarcity of high-grade copper cents from the early 80s and you have the perfect recipe for a collector's dream. Imagine holding a coin that millions of Americans once used for everyday shopping, a coin that bought candy, gum, or stamps, but today that same coin is worth the price of a luxury house or a sports car. That is the magic of numismatics, the art of collecting coins. Another detail worth noting is the emotional and patriotic value of these coins. Abraham Lincoln remains one of the most respected figures in American history. His image on the 1-cent coin is a reminder of leadership, freedom, and sacrifice. Every collector knows that owning a Liberty 1 cent is not just about money, it is about holding a symbol of history in the palm of your hand. Now you may be wondering how to check if your 1981 Liberty 1 cent is valuable. First, look at the condition. If it is bright, shiny, with no scratches and it looks almost brand new, you already have a good chance. Second, check for varieties and errors. Using a magnifying glass, look carefully at the letters in Liberty, the date, and the mint mark. If you see doubling, unusual shapes, or misplaced marks, you could have a treasure. Third, consider getting the coin graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A coin that is graded and certified sells for much higher in the market because collectors trust its authenticity and quality. The market for these coins is currently very strong. Collectors in the United States, Europe, and Asia are actively buying Liberty 1-cent coins, especially rare proof and error versions. Online auctions, coin shows, and private sales continue to see record prices. This makes 2025 one of the best times to search your collection and see if you have hidden gems. So friends, next time you come across a Liberty 1-cent coin from 1981, do not just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You might be staring at a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is why we at JF Coin always say, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can change your life. Before I end this video, let me remind you that coin collecting is a journey of discovery. It teaches us patience, history, and respect for the smallest details. Whether your coin is worth a few cents or several $100,000, it still carries a legacy of America's past. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe your next discovery will be the jackpot. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1-cent coin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends. Stay tuned for our next episode where we explore more hidden treasures from the world of coins. Until then, happy collecting and may your pockets always be filled with history and fortune. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating pieces of American coinage, the Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors all over the world. But what makes the Liberty 1-cent so special, and how is it possible that a coin minted decades ago in 1985 can be valued today at an unbelievable market price of over $779,332? Stay with me until the very end, because the story of this coin is a journey through American history, scarcity, and the magic of coin collecting. First, let's step back into history. The Liberty 1-cent is more than just copper and metal. It carries with it the pride of American identity. In 1985, when these coins were circulating, most people treated them as ordinary pocket change. You might have bought candy, a newspaper, or even a cup of coffee with a handful of these coins. But here is the surprising truth. Not all Liberty 1-cents are ordinary. Some of them hold minting errors, rare die varieties, and special conditions that transform a 1-cent coin into a treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a small copper coin in your hand, the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on one side and the words United States of America etched proudly into its design. What most people overlook is the hidden power of these coins when they survive decades without scratches, dents, or heavy circulation. Collectors today hunt for coins that remain in mint state, shining as if they were just released from the press. Those are the coins that bring staggering prices in auctions. And the Liberty 1-cent from 1985 is one of those silent giants. Now, let us talk about the rarity factor. The United States Mint produced millions of these coins in 1985, but over the years, most of them were spent, damaged, or melted. Only a very tiny percentage survived in perfect condition. And even fewer carry the minting errors that make collectors' hearts race. Double die obverse, misaligned strikes, off-center images, or planchet flaws turn an already desirable coin into a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Each of these rare errors makes the coin unique and highly valuable. The market value is the part that shocks most people. You hear the number and cannot believe your ears. A coin with a face value of 1 cent being sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. But this is not just imagination, this is reality in today's coin collecting world. The Liberty 1-cent coin from 1985 has been reported in sales and expert valuations at prices soaring up to $779,332 depending on rarity, grade, and condition. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that once jingled unnoticed in someone's pocket can now buy you a luxury car, a dream home, or even change your life forever. Why is this happening? The answer lies in supply and demand. Collectors are passionate, investors see coins as a safe haven, and history lovers want to hold a piece of America in their hands. When you combine limited supply with sky-high demand, prices skyrocket. And the Liberty 1-cent has become one of those dream coins that every serious collector wants to add to their collection. Think about it. The coin is more than just metal. It is history, art, investment, and emotion all melted into one small circle. Every scratch tells a story, every shine reflects a chapter of the past. From the time it was struck at the mint in 1985, through decades of circulation, to being rediscovered today, the Liberty 1-cent stands as proof that true value sometimes hides in the most ordinary places. Now let us explore the grades. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC examine every detail of these coins, from the sharpness of the strike to the brilliance of the luster. A coin graded MS67 or MS68 can fetch extraordinary prices. Add a rare mint error, and you are looking at a record-breaking auction result. Collectors line up, bids climb, and the humble 1 cent turns into a treasure chest. But here is the exciting part for you. It is still possible to find these coins. Maybe in your drawer, maybe in an old jar of change sitting in the kitchen, maybe in your grandparents' collection hidden away for decades. Every coin enthusiast dreams of being the one to discover that flawless Liberty 1 cent, the coin that will make headlines, the coin that will secure their financial future. And that dream is not impossible. With knowledge, patience, and a little luck, you might be the next person holding a six-figure penny. Let us also talk about how to protect and preserve such coins. If you ever come across a Liberty 1 cent from 1985 in excellent condition, never clean it, never polish it, and never rub it with cloth. Cleaning destroys the natural patina and lowers its value instantly. Instead, place it carefully in a protective holder and, if possible, get it graded by a professional service. This is how you turn a coin into a certified treasure recognized by collectors all over the world. ATJF Coin, our mission is to guide you through this fascinating world. We show you the hidden gems, the coins you might be ignoring, the money that lies quietly in your pockets. The Liberty 1 cent is one of the greatest examples of why coin collecting is not just a hobby but a true adventure. It teaches us patience, it rewards knowledge, and it inspires us to look closely at what we often overlook. So the next time you hold a penny, do not dismiss it as small change. Look carefully, check the date, examine the details, because you might just be holding a coin worth more than gold. Remember, the Liberty 1 cent of 1985 is not just a coin, it is history, wealth, and mystery combined. And with a market value that has shocked collectors worldwide, it stands as proof that even the smallest things can carry the greatest worth. This is JF Coin, bringing you another exciting journey into the world of rare coins. Stay connected with us for more discoveries, more hidden treasures, and more stories that will amaze you. And always remember, your next coin might just be the jackpot. Today we are going to talk about one of the most fascinating and highly collectible coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent, specifically, the 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin that has shocked collectors all around the world because of its surprising value, history, and rising market demand. Now you might be thinking, it is just a 1 cent coin, something so small, so ordinary, something we walk past every single day without noticing. But let me tell you, the 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin is not just an ordinary penny. This tiny piece of copper has a story that stretches back through America's numismatic heritage, and today its market value has skyrocketed into hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, some rare varieties and mint condition examples are being valued at over $779,329. Yes, you heard me right. A coin worth just 1 cent when it was minted could now be the key to a small fortune. So let us dive into the history first. The Liberty cent has roots going back to the very beginning of United States coinage. Liberty herself is not just a symbol but the heart of America's identity, appearing on coins for generations to remind the world of freedom, independence, and strength. By the 1980s, most 1 cent coins carried the famous Lincoln portrait, but certain mint errors, special strikes, and extremely high-grade coins from the mid-1980s have now become some of the most desirable treasures in coin collecting. The 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin was struck primarily in copper-plated zinc, but here is where things get interesting. Some rare varieties from that year were struck with planchet errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and other rare mistakes that make collectors go wild. Combine that with the fact that very few coins survive today in pristine mint state condition, and you have the perfect recipe for massive value. Collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for coins graded MS67 or higher. At these levels, the sharpness of detail, the luster, and the overall condition of the coin is nearly flawless. Such coins are not just rare, they are almost mythical. Imagine holding a small coin in your hand, barely weighing a few grams, yet knowing it could be worth more than a brand new luxury car, more than a house, and for some varieties even more than a life savings account. That is the incredible magic of numismatics. Now let us talk about the current market value. As of today, rare examples of the 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin are being listed and traded for astronomical prices. Depending on condition and rarity, you might see coins valued anywhere from a few $100s to several thousands. But the real headline grabber is the high-end, investment-grade Liberty 1 cent that has been valued at a jaw-dropping $779,329. Think about that for a moment. A single penny, a tiny 1 cent piece, now valued at nearly $800,000. That is not just history, that is history with a fortune attached. So why is this coin so important to collectors today? It is not just the rarity or the money. It is the connection to America's story, the idea that something so ordinary can hold extraordinary worth. Every scratch, every shine of copper, every little detail on the Liberty 1 cent carries a story of the year 1985. That year was filled with cultural change, economic growth, and countless events that shaped modern America. Owning a coin from that year is like owning a piece of living history, and let me remind you, every coin collector dreams of finding that one special piece, the hidden gem among the ordinary pennies. Maybe it is sitting in your coin jar right now. Maybe it is lying at the bottom of your drawer. Maybe you spent it years ago without knowing its worth. That is why collectors around the world are checking every single Liberty 1-cent coin they come across. Because the possibility of finding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars is real, and it could happen to anyone. So if you are new to coin collecting, here is the lesson. Always check your coins carefully. Look for the mint marks, check for errors, and study the details. Even something as small as an extra line, a misprint, or a slightly different strike could mean the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and a coin worth nearly $800,000. The 1985 Liberty 1-cent coin stands as a shining example of how history, rarity, and collector passion come together to create incredible value. And for those lucky enough to hold one in mint condition, they are not just holding a coin, they are holding a treasure chest in the palm of their hands. Friends, this is why JF Coin brings you these amazing stories, so you never miss out on the treasures hiding in plain sight. Because the world of coins is not just about money, it is about adventure, discovery, and the thrill of knowing that hidden fortunes exist all around us. So keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, the next Liberty 1 cent you discover could change your life forever. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the fascinating history of money. And remember, sometimes the smallest coin can hold the greatest fortune. Today we are going to explore one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the Liberty 1-cent coin, specifically focusing on the 2017 D edition, its history, its hidden value, and the shocking current market price that might just leave you speechless. So make sure to watch until the very end, because the details you will hear today might completely change the way you look at the coins resting in your pocket or lying forgotten in a drawer at home. The Liberty 1-cent coin has always been a symbol of American pride and history. Designed with powerful imagery, it carries not just monetary value but also cultural and collectible worth. The United States Mint has produced countless variations of the 1 cent over the years, but among them, some stand out due to their rarity, their mintage errors, or the demand from collectors all over the world. The 2017 D Liberty 1-cent coin falls right into that category. Minted in Denver with the D Mint mark, it may appear like just another penny in circulation, but for collectors and experts, it is far from ordinary. Now let's dive into the history of this coin. The Liberty cent designs go back to the 18th and 19th centuries when coins were struck not only to facilitate trade but also to showcase the ideals of freedom, progress, and national identity. Every detail carved into the coin represents something bigger. Over the years, as designs changed, certain mintages gained unique importance due to limited runs, mistakes in production, or small variations that only sharp-eyed collectors notice. These factors transform a simple coin into a golden opportunity for anyone who possesses it. The 2017 D Liberty 1 cent is one of those coins that has captured worldwide attention. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary penny you might receive in change, but in reality, it carries extraordinary value. Some examples of this coin, especially in mint condition or with certain striking variations, have reached market values beyond what most people could even imagine. And here comes the mind-blowing part. The current recorded market value of this Liberty 1 cent coin has been estimated at more than $779,000. Yes, you heard that right, an unbelievable $779,330. Imagine holding something in your hand that people might overlook, yet in the world of collectors, it is worth as much as a luxury home, a fleet of cars, or a life-changing amount of cash. Why is this coin so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, demand, and condition. In numismatics, which is the study and collection of coins, rarity always drives up price. When a coin is produced in limited numbers, or when a small detail separates one strike from the rest, collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts to get it. Add to that the historical significance of the Liberty design and the fact that the 2017 Denver mintage had certain issues that made some coins highly collectible, and you have the recipe for a truly valuable piece. Condition also plays a critical role. If your Liberty 1 cent coin is in circulated condition, meaning it has scratches, wear, or signs of use, it will still carry value, but not as much as one in uncirculated or mint state condition. Collectors prize coins that look exactly as they did the moment they left the mint. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can fetch the highest amounts in the market because their authenticity and quality are officially certified, but the story does not end there. The emotional and cultural value of these coins adds another layer to their importance. Every Liberty cent connects us to American history, to the ideals of freedom and resilience, to the journey of a nation built on hard work and dreams. Owning such a coin is not just about money, it is about holding a piece of history, a living relic of the past that continues to inspire people today. Now let us talk about the market trends. Rare coins are a booming sector. Investors, not just collectors, are turning to coins as a safe and profitable way to store wealth. Unlike stocks that can crash overnight, coins with proven rarity only rise in value over time. The Liberty 1 cent, with its unique place in American numismatic history, is one such coin. In recent auctions, collectors have bid fiercely to add these coins to their collections, driving prices higher and higher. The 2017 D edition has particularly shocked the coin world because of how much it has appreciated in such a short span of time. So if you are someone who loves collecting, or even if you are just curious, this is the right time to start checking your pocket change, your coin jars, and your family collections. Who knows, you might be holding a coin that could change your life. A single penny could be your ticket to financial freedom if it happens to be the rare Liberty 1 cent from the right mint and in the right condition. Before we wrap up, here is a little piece of advice. Always do your research before selling a coin. Do not rush to exchange it for a small amount when it could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Get your coins evaluated by professionals, check auction results, and learn from trusted sources like our channel JF Coin, where we bring you the latest updates on coin values, histories, and collecting tips. So there you have it. The Liberty 1 cent coin, the 2017 D edition, with a jaw-dropping market value of $779,330. More than just metal, more than just currency, it is a story, an investment, and a treasure waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the amazing world of numismatics, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it with fellow collectors and friends. Stay tuned because we have even more fascinating coin stories coming your way very soon. Until next time, keep your eyes open, keep your coins safe, and never forget that sometimes the smallest things in your pocket can hold the greatest value in the world.